This is an HTP joint.
Champagne and good vibes. Las Vegas counting thousands. Champagne and good vibes. We can fly to Sicily just to eat Italian. Las Vegas penthouse, winning counting thousands. Do you remember? Yeah, we grew up in them housing projects. La 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 la. Champagne and good vibes. Champagne and good vibes. La 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 la. Champagne and good vibes. Time to party like we just won the lotto. Smoking on that good kush. Jackpot, celebrate till tomorrow. Popping bottles by the poolside. I used to pull up in that hoop ride. Yeah. You should see the cars outside. Red carpet pulling up at the venue. Champagne on the menu. Spread love, y'all don't want no issue. Yeah, ice, you got the diamonds in the crystals. That's what the VIP list do. Yeah, that's what the VIP list do. We can fly to Sicily just to eat Italian. Las Vegas penthouse, winning counting thousands. Do you remember? Yeah, we grew up in them housing projects.
That's the champagne niggas. That's the champagne niggas over there. We the good vibe niggas. You know what I'm saying? They ain't not even needed no more. They can go home. It's our turn.
La 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 la. Champagne and good vibes. Champagne and good vibes. La 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 la. Champagne and good vibes. Place to Dubai, my dream trip is white. Drip so crazy, ain't nigga flies me. Yeah, I get money, I'm Max B wavy. All white everything, Dolce and Gabbana. My chick so crazy, my whip so crazy. Pull up with my baby, flight to LA. The smoke on Marathon, yeah that OG. Flight to Jamaica, then shoot off to Haiti. We can fly to Sicily just to eat Italian. Las Vegas penthouse, winning counting thousands. Do you remember? Yeah, we grew up in them housing projects. La 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 la. Champagne and good vibes. Champagne and good vibes. La 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 la. Champagne and good vibes. Champagne and good vibes.
C23. Pack your shit. Hey Thomas, let's go. Yo, what love, yo, they let me out this bitch now. I'm no longer trapped. Yeah, no longer trapped. Good morning, mofos, pimp hustlers, hoes. You know how this go. Welcome to the show where this shit go down. I'm here to let you know what's cracking in your towns. Providence, motherfucker. Deal with the real, stay away from the suckers. Good daily news, we dispute hood views. Another life taken, he shot out of his shoes. Police brutality, I'm speaking the truth. Why the fuck is you mad at me? Land of corruption. Cop shot me, but that's another discussion. So tune in, you're living while that shit is soon in. Two ways, you can ride in the prison or you can ride in the grave. There's room in both places. Homicide, genocide, black faces. Who's racist? You thought he was your man, he was two-faced. He got knocked trying to get the whole crew wasted. I got plans, I'm never going back. Was locked up for a long time, but I'm no longer trapped. So roll up and let's go live, spitting these facts. You can hate it or love it, you know where to find me at. 401 Providence, Littlewoods State on the map. You can visit Lil Brody, you might never make it back. One love to my niggas locked down, getting them stacks. On your iPad, your radio, you fucking with trap. Catch me in the AM blazing, something fat. You got za, better than mine, then let's chat. You should know how it go, nigga, no longer trap. If you're feeling this shit, tell Just Chill to bring it back. Spit fire, this is lyrical crack. Where my niggas is at, where my bitches is at, where my grimy, rag the riches is at. Shit ain't the same back in the day, if you snitch you got clapped. Niggas still cool with them, what kind of business is that? Some shit I never understand, so let me finish this track. Rest in peace to the deceased, Sonny and Dennis is back. Give me a few minutes and you can spin this shit back. I'm still in the gym, that's why I'm bending this track. You ain't gotta be a lyricist to be feeling this rap. I got my mind right and my business is that. I mind my own business, how niggas get trapped, then niggas get shot, then they lay in the box, then they niggas come back. When they even a score, at least a peanut post, a young boy ain't breathing no more, yo, it's a rap. I'm no longer trapped. Yeah, I'm no longer trapped. Let me out now, I'm no longer trapped. Yo, I'm no longer trapped. Let me out, yeah, I'm no longer trapped. Yo, y'all niggas be good. Word.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Let's get in, man. Hit that share button. This is going to be a good one. It's Wisdom Wednesdays, man. It's No Longer Trap Podcast, man. Shout out to everybody in the building already. If you ain't in the building, hurry up and tap in. You understand what I'm saying? Hit that like button. I got some special guests in the building. We're waiting on one more person. You know what I'm saying? But why we wait? How long do you think that's going to be?
I have no idea.
All right, so I'm going to go on about my topic real quick. But then we'll tap into here and then pull it. All right, so I'm going to get right into it. My first topic is I just want to let this be known to the city and everybody that deals with social media. Once you post something on social media, it's there for life.
That's right.
And I need everybody to understand that. When you post something on social media, it's there for life. So if you post I can't pronounce the word. See, this is where my brother Chief helps me. Provocative picture.
Provocative.
Provocative. You know what I'm doing.
Yes.
A provocative picture. Or you say some crazy shit on Facebook, right? Somebody got that screenshotted. It's
and
on
then
there.
Going to send it.
Yes.
It's a virus.
Yes, and now this is what I hate. Like, yes, and you can't take it back. So now what happens is, say 5 years later, you slow down, but you meet somebody, and they say, "Wow, are you that girl that I see on social media, or that guy that I see on social media that was saying such and such, or you that?" Now that people start judging you from that. And this is what I want people to be aware of. They be like, "Oh, that's just social media." Nah, people really judge you for that stuff.
Yeah, but they brought it on themselves.
Your first impressions.
That's right.
A lasting impression.
So my question to y'all: have you ever judged somebody off social media?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
And so I'm really picky and choosy about what it is. Once I've seen something crazy, I'm immediately deleting you, because again, to me, what you're doing, and then you're my friend, right?
Yes.
Now that's a reflection on me.
Yes.
So therefore, okay, you got to live your life the way that you live it, but that don't mean that I got to look at it every day.
Yes, that's the truth. And before let me introduce Suzette from there. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let her introduce herself. I'm sorry I didn't introduce these guys because I was waiting for their other colleague, but I'm gonna let them introduce themselves because I know I want people to be like, "Who's that talking?" Why you didn't tell us who they are? So I'm gonna let Suzette take the floor and start the introduction.
Okay, so I'm Suzette Cook. I am a community activist and organizer.
Hold on.
Okay.
She's one of my firm believers from the start. Swear to
Yes,
God,
yes,
always
indeed.
since I was on the bus, I sitting over at the bus stops. Anything I have ever needed, she told me, "Yo, you come to me." So I told you I really got resources. I had these people. I just never flexed my muscles, but I had real people like this came to me and said, "Whatever you need, I got you." You understand what I'm saying? I just couldn't flex my muscles, but go ahead.
Yep. So I do a significant amount of community resourcing in the community.
Yes.
This is not just a paycheck for me; it's a passion. And I just recently started working with DARE, but I've been volunteering for the past, I'd like to say, about almost 12 years now. Where I've done from the marching, the protesting, the meetings.
Putting in the work.
Just putting in the work.
Yeah.
And now I'm in there just looking to be able to make some changes,
Yeah.
you know, and we can talk about what that's going to look like moving forward.
Yes.
You know, but I believe in the vision of what DARE started out with, which was just 5 people. And this was long before I even moved into this state. And what their vision is and what they've done in the past, you know, because things are constantly revolving, right? People are going to come, people are going to go. But we really need to now put the focus on the way in which the world is today, and how can we bring in more community and keep people active, and especially for those that we've been out here serving, right? My job is to make sure that I have more organizers teaching them leadership and so forth and so on.
Yes. So can you introduce him?
So this is Leonard Jefferson. He is also a longtime member of the organization. I'd like for Leonard to be able to address the work that he's done and where his passion lies in terms of dairy.
Basically, I'm an artist and a musician. I'm from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I was released in the community in Rhode Island after serving 26 years straight in prison. The last 6 actually in ACI. They had me sentenced to life without parole. Right, so I had to fight to get that upon me because it was like most things they do, totally unlawful and illegal. Right, so I'm kind of like new in the Rhode Island area. I've been in Rhode Island a long time, but I was always in prison.
What prison you served time in? Maximum security?
Yeah, most of my time was in Max.
All right.
Right, I did like 11 and 18 years basically in Max. Right, I did 1 year medium. That was the last year. Right, and they had me in minimum for a minute, but I was staying over there because of the situation. You know, and it was actually more restrictive from my point of view than Max. But anyway, there we're with the Behind the Walls Committee, and one of our major focuses has been we got a thing what we call bail on 32. A lot of people are being jammed up by 32F, which is a court rule, which affects probationers. Right? If you get stopped by the police and you're on probation, you basically spend a mandatory 10 days imprisonment without bail. And that 10 days generally turns into much longer than 10 days.
Nah, I gotta stop you right there. This is my city, and I'm a criminal. I've been in this system. 32F has been affecting me my whole life. So I'm going to strike you and tell you, once you get a 32F, they ain't giving you bail. Now, they done put this new, you can sit right there.
Okay, how you doing? I'm sorry, my GPS took me over.
No, that's all right, OG. That's all right, OG, man. You like your color too, man.
Man, you look familiar too, brother.
I probably do, man. I'm the prettiest mother ever in the city, man. You probably do remember. I ain't gonna hold you though, bro.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Yeah,
So
man. But like I was telling you, the 32F, when they designed that, they the first that when you got arrested or something, they never even considered you bail for the 32F. Now they're considering you bail for it because the 32F was something that they used to keep us in prison no matter what. If you charge me for stealing that cup right there and they charge me, the 32F would hold me.
Even though you didn't steal the cup?
Yes, even if I didn't steal the cup, but I would have to go to a violation hearing, but now they've changed it. You understand what I'm saying? But what I'm trying to tell you is that how it is now is in other cities, we're the only city in the world that still goes with the 32F.
Well, we're trying to get that changed on a state level, right? Trying to amend it's actually a court rule, right? To allow for bail except for violent offenses, extremely violent offenses. That's been excluded from.
Nah, but what I'm saying is they're gonna say drugs is violence. Yeah. That's what they say. So you gotta watch the black and white in that. Yeah, you understand what I'm saying? So every time you say when us, I'm gonna say us as my community. When we speak of violence, we only think about boom, boom. Somebody. That's what we think of. Not them in the courthouse. They're thinking of a robbery's violence. You could go and con somebody up there and you get charged with that. There's robbery in the lowest degree, but they'll consider that. You know what I'm saying?
What the state does, right? Is Rhode Island General Law, Section 1147(2) is a statute, and what it defines is crimes of violence. There's a list of crimes in that statute that are considered to be crimes of violence, even though a lot of them do not involve actual physical violence. They're on that list.
Yes.
And if you get charged with one of those charges that's on that list in that statute,
finito. No bail, no nothing. You know what I'm saying? And that's what people with DARE, and I remember them going in there fighting for that. We've been fighting way before DARE started fighting with that for the 32 to abolish the 32F. You know how many congressmen, congresswomen that went in there and tried to get the 32F abolished? It has never made it. Rhode Island stuck.
So then let me ask you this question, because what I'm hearing right now is that it was being attacked from an organizational standpoint. Can I be correct in saying that?
Yes.
If in fact that there were more people, and again, because I'm advocating for more people to come out and support this bill. There should not be, when they're going up to the State House, and when we're talking about the congressmen, senators, state reps, well, whomever it is, when we're talking about our legislators and they're trying to get these bills passed, these same people that are impacted by this particular law
don't show up.
Don't show up.
Don't show up. I don't
if
show
we
up.
talked about we're going to pay your court fines and fees, the line goes around the block.
Goes around the block.
But those things that are directly affecting you,
we don't show
you're
up
not
for.
there for. So that's a problem.
And that's a problem. And I want to say that to everybody. You know what I'm saying? We really do have to start supporting these kind of bills and these kind of organizations, because I'm going to tell you why. Us not supporting them, we're not thinking about. We're not looking at it like, we don't, man, what am I going down there gonna? I'm gonna tell you what it is. Cause the more people we get down there to pass these bills, if something, God forbid, was to happen to you or your family members in the judicial system, they don't get screwed. They don't get screwed.
You must come out and educate yourself to a system that's designed to fuck you in the first place.
Yes.
That's just, excuse my language, but that's the reality.
Yes.
Okay, so I have to piggyback on what you're saying. Even when it comes to, we'll talk about, like, I just did a vigil for Sandra that was murdered. Sonia, I'm sorry. Sonia that was murdered. Rest in peace. The newness of when particular situations go away.
Yes, because they did that with my cousin. Rest in peace to Willie. My cousin died in the prison system. Everybody was out there chanting, and I hated it. When I spoke that day, look at it now. Mm-hmm. Everything I said came right to light. When I told you that, the fire is burning right now, let me see you guys in a couple months. See if you guys are still trying to find out what happened to my cousin. Let's see if you guys are still trying to protect people in the prison.
Look at how
we
fast
don't even hear it.
And again,
we don't even hear
the
about
newness. There is no consistency. And that's the part in which then I'm looking. I mean, I get it. We all have jobs. We've got, for those that have children at home. But we're looking for, like, we have meetings, which I'll talk about the THA, because that's the part in which that I do. But again, behind the walls, come out, support the meeting, bring in whatever information. I don't want to turn this into a cry session, because we know what the problems are. Let's come to talk about the solutions and how all of us, like-minded people, building up an alliance, I don't care whether it's Crossroads, people got there, somebody impacted by what's going on, be it the 32F or any other things that we can talk about in terms of what's going on in there in the prison.
Yes.
If it's the mental health groups that we have for the women, there's a lot of various different things that we're looking to incorporate to bring DARE back to what it once was, and or to even have something better.
Yes.
But again, as opposed to throwing dirt or salt on an organization that has come, we're starting from the bottom and working our way back up to the top again.
And I got it, like we was talking about off camera when we was talking about how there's no way that DARE can ever be effective in our community if we don't come together this is DARE. Mm-hmm. We have to come around DARE and make DARE so when olive branches, because if DARE don't got no olive branches, I can already see it's gonna be a passing the buck.
Exactly, and that's
that's what they've been doing to me for years. I told you I had a struggle with them people. I wrote to them people. Them people came to see me. They seen our living conditions, and I could truly say that the lady and the guy that came and seen us a few times really cared. But I could see that now after coming home, right? I could see that they probably came out here, right? And guess what? There was no support. when they was going, yo, the guys in the prison don't have hot water. Yo, they're feeding them guys peanut butter and jelly sandwiches for dinner. Them guys has got the blowers on in the segregation area, freezing them guys. Yo, that's unsanitary. And how they're doing laundry once a week. There's Mercer in the building. You know how we had to stress them to do the laundry twice a week because there was Mercer. People was dying. There was Mercer in the building.
So again,
why wasn't there for us to say, hold on, what about the people in the prisons? They're writing to us. They got Mercer. People were dying
again,
of this.
there is also letter writing, I believe, that we do as well. I just real quick, I wanted to be able to have John introduce himself.
Oh yeah,
because
introduce
this
yourself,
is one of our predecessors.
Okay.
Now you don't got to go that far. You don't got to go that far with
Hello everyone, my name is John Prince and I'm an organizer, still an organizer at there, but I'm not employed there. I did the work behind the walls, and I just want to piggyback what you said. We've been on the front lines at there since early 90s.
Yeah, I remember.
Okay, and we have got help for men and women in the prison system. And so I fast forward, we're still doing the same thing, but we need to like Suzette said and you said, we need to collaborate together and gel together with a lot of people that can move the objective,
and we gotta start with we gotta build a structure for inside the prison. For them youngins inside the prison, we gotta have a pastor at school. We gotta have a representative from there, a representative from a representative from the streets, a representative from, because what happened is we gotta show them in this thing that we got their back. We're gonna help them in every way. In every entity we got right here to help you. What you need, we need. Like you see out right here, we got living. We got people helping with your rent. We gotta show these guys there's a different way than carrying guns. This is what us going in there, you going in there in a group, right? By yourself, sitting there telling us, hey guys, hey, I'm from the Deer place and I got a place to live in. And I got well, not really. You think we're getting good time for coming in this program for one, right? We don't even want to be there with you, right? We're probably looking at you sexually, right? And I'm being real with you. This is how we think as men and men. And if it's a dude, we're looking at you like a cornball because you're scared. Most of the time they send a cornball in there. He's like, oh. So we're in there. They're having gang meetings, everything inside this there, whatever you got going in the program. You know what I'm saying? But if we went in there structured, right, and got their attention, they're going to sit up and go, oh shit. Oh, that's one boy from the street. Oh, that's this nigga from, oh, they're from there. Oh shit, they really might help us up in here. Can you all understand what I'm trying to say?
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's how you get it sometimes.
I understand.
That's how we get it.
What you're saying.
You know what I'm saying?
But
and
again,
the methods that
we have to be able to come together.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
And be able to have an agenda, devise that plan, and then act out on it.
Your agenda should always be, right? And I hate to say this, saving the kids, bro. Because I got to tell you this. These old dudes in these streets, they dumb. You guys be focusing on the older dudes, trying to get them homeless, wasting money, trying to get these people, and they go back to smoking crack, they go back to bed. The kids are killing each other.
Yes,
and they're committing genocide. We gotta stop. These old niggas want to let them go. They know what the prison is. They know what the grave is. They watched 1 million people die. They watched 1 million people go in that prison. Y'all older dudes want to keep carrying guns and living like this. Go ahead. You know what the fire is. We have to the objective is, let's get in these prisons and get these youngins that are coming home, get in the training school. Let's get in their heads. Let's build something with these dudes.
So
that should be our main objective.
Do you remember, and I think this was about, I'd like to say, maybe around the same time last year, and me and you had the conversation in the park. And I was telling you about the organization that I was in the beginning stages of, United Communities. And I spoke upon how I literally drew up a 12-week curriculum. And that 12-week curriculum was to be implemented in all of our community centers and bringing kids from each part of the state together to devise a plan where they would have, whether it was financial literacy, creative arts. I had gone into the schools, did support groups listening to the children, asking them, if you could see what your world would be, what would that be? Right? As opposed to us just assuming that we know what they need. But the whole main objective is to be able to bring all of our kids from all different parts of the city together. Yeah. Well, I brought the same information that I'm talking about now to quite a few people.
We don't even.
I said I needed the beginning stages, right? Yeah. But again, it could have started with you and I, but again, with lifing, we can't. For me, I'm trying to put all the all the fires,
remember when you were
and I can't
program,
do that.
Exactly.
So again, those youth, because you're talking to a woman that's got 28 grandchildren, and out of them 28 grandchildren, 19 of them are boys.
Wow. So she gotta worry about that.
Okay, so so when we talking about the children, my vision, when it starts with when we're talking about the prison, when we're talking about the homelessness, when we're talking about the substance abuse, when we're talking about the mental health, I have a pretty large family. It is my due diligence to make sure that I put some stuff in place for them for when I'm no longer here. And what is that going to look like? So I'm here because I need other like-minded people, right? If you're out there, to think like us, to think like me, help us, help them.
Yes.
That's my motto.
Yes. And I say this, and that was that. I say this. Oh, that's the chair. I got to order. I get new ones too. But what I said is that people like us, right? You got if you're real, your heart got to be in it for one. Yeah. And I got to tell people this. Yeah. If your heart's not into community work and helping the kids get out the way. Yeah, I say please, man, I'm telling you right now, because I'm telling you right now in front of everybody, if you guys are in the way, I'm gonna start calling you out on it. Well, I gotta hold you accountable, because we're not holding these people that are in our way accountable, so they're really in our way.
Exactly.
My brother. From way back in the day, right? If you're not part of the solution, you are part of. No, you are not part of, but you are the problem. Mm-hmm. You know, we see each other like what happens to people in prison. People in the community see that as the other. They don't see that as being ourselves. Yes. Right? When you come to a meeting, it's not basically to help others. I mean, you are helping others, but who you're really helping is yourself. And until we turn around our mental state around and start seeing it that way, right? I'm doing this for my community. I'm doing this for myself, right? Because their self-interest rules everything.
Yes, it does.
And, you know, people are more interested in the Patriots, the Red Sox, than they are what's going on in the prison. That's sick.
And that's sick.
You know, and we get like paid to not pay attention, basically.
But to not to their defense. But I'm going to say this from a point of view where I came home from prison and I could see where people in prison, when I used to be in prison, and I used to go, damn, they forgot about me. Damn, such and such got out. And damn, he ain't. I got to witness it firsthand when I'm coming home and seeing life so fast, and that, my prison life is slowly getting away from me. Like remember, you understand what I'm saying? Like I can't the communication. I every day somebody still calls me from prison. But the first couple years I was home, I always wanted to talk to the guys in prison. So I slowly, I don't know, nothing purposely, you gradually get away from that, right? And people that are in prison don't understand that. We take that in prison like you don't love us or you forgot about us. Not as, that person is moving his life farther and farther away from this place. You know what I'm saying? It ain't out of that. He don't love you or she don't love you. They're moving their lives far away from prison. And I came to tell everybody that's been in prison, don't think that I know you probably felt like that in some time and point when you came home, like, damn, I forgot my people in prison because I'm out here speeding. But nah, don't think that. Think that you gradually move in your life away from that prison life. You understand what I'm saying?
Can I ask you a question? Let's just go on a hypothetical that we devise something where they let 10 men out. Just for now, we're just going to say hypothetically 10. What is it that you feel you would do or we could do to help acclimate them back into society?
Oh man, I can turn them into winners, because I know the pitfalls.
Where does it start though? Where does it start?
What start was financial stability.
Okay.
All right.
And how do they get that?
How do they get that? Soon as they get out, we get them a good job in their own house, their own shit, where they don't got to sit in somebody's house, right, and deal with, I don't want to say the B word, a woman that they can't deal with, right, because they on parole. They're sitting there. I think they don't want to be there because they're only there because of you. No, we're giving you your own. Let's stop giving them their own stability, their own jobs, because this is what we're doing. We're wasting so much of taxpayers' money on other shit. If we wasted the taxpayers' money that we waste on the homeless, even, because I think that we waste too much money on the homeless.
Okay, so
that's my
let me
thing.
say, but now we're gonna go with what society says the career criminal, right? And now this brother, and I might say and or sister, because we got sisters up in there too. Let's not forget them, that have been so conditioned to leaning on the system, right? Now we already know the logistics of how things are gonna go down. You know, what's the odds of them going back to prison, right? We're already talking about that recidivism,
Do you know the odds
now,
when they don't
and I know,
stability or home and a
just
job?
want you to give me just one moment. My thing is that they have to be taught the things in which that they don't know.
Yes.
Right?
That's the first and foremost.
That's the first and foremost, because we can drop so many different things, but now the struggle out here is real.
It's real.
And so, if you don't know or don't have a career of your own, because see, I'm not talking about, you can come out and get a good job, but what about entrepreneurship, where you can work for yourself so that you don't have to depend on the man?
Okay, now
for that job.
All right, I'm gonna stop you. See, that's to be sitting in prison thinking about me coming home, owning my own business right off the top. It's
that's
too
not
much.
Gonna happen.
Yes, but so we do that, and it's too much stress on our head because we're sitting there, we're in the jail, we're going, damn, I gotta get this together. Now listen, in that process of thinking, how much criminal thinking do you think that's in there to get the money to establish your own business?
Oh, I already know.
All right,
because
so right now,
again, I got children.
So listen,
okay?
yes. So right now, right? So I'm already defeated because I'm in prison, get ready to get out next day. But I'm thinking about criminal activity to get this money to start this life of legitimacy, right? So I'm defeated. I haven't took a foot out of prison, but I'm already thinking about a package and how I'm going to get the money to get to legitimacy.
But again,
hold on 1 second.
Okay.
I'm gonna prove a point now. But just say now, if we came in with the two main things that I said, right? 6 months before every man's getting out of prison, he's evaluating. Listen, what trade do you do? You're a barber, because they got all kinds of trades. They got every trade inside prison, and them guys do it great. They paint cars. They do welding. They do it great. When I'm talking about, man, you go look at some of these body shops. They've been in prison. So what I'm saying is, the 6 months before, what trade are you in? Complete that trade before you get out. You're getting a top-notch job. Not you ain't going in there working. You're on parole, so your boss is yelling at you. You can't lose your job. No, you're going into work and making $35 an hour. You're getting right in a union job. You got your own. Here's your keys to your house, Adrian. Yeah, you got a nice, for one, you got children, here's a 2-bedroom. Let's use the money for that. And I guarantee you, crime, everybody, watch people go into prison go straight down.
Okay.
Because they're going to have no stress. You know the stress of coming home, right? Staying with somebody you partially don't know because you've been in prison, right? But her ways and your ways is different, right? You got to stay there because if you don't, you're going back to a cell. So you know how see, this is where our mental health comes in. Now we're in the house dealing with stuff that, we're not even at home. And at our jobs, they do that too. You know what bosses do to people that's on parole? They treat us like shit. You want me to call your PO? You want me, this is some little 25-year-old dude telling me that I gotta do this, or he's gonna call my PO, which he knows my PO is on my back, and he's gonna send me back to prison. This is the pressure we gotta go through. So what I'm trying to tell you is this: if you come with them two things, I told you, I guarantee you're gonna say no.
Okay, what I'm not gonna do is I'm not gonna sit here and make a promise to anyone that I can't.
No, and we're not gonna do that. We're just.
But what I will say is this, because again, when asked the question of what is it that we can work towards and how do we get there. That's a conversation that needs to be had.
Yes.
Because again, we're rehashing what we know the problems are.
All right, so it starts right here.
Okay,
It starts
so
with
now-
us out here
yeah.
forming something.
Yeah.
Something. We get a meeting, everybody understands their position. Your position is mental health. Don't try to deal in nothing else. When you come to this table, you deal with mental health. You deal with home security. You deal with finding a home for somebody. You deal with jobs. Just stay with that. Don't stop conversing with her about her shit and getting into her business. That's how entangled. That's how shit starts happening.
So this
know
is
your
why,
position.
So this is why, right? I set this in place specifically for this one reason. Because I'm here to talk about the homelessness rate.
Yeah.
Okay, because that is what is truly impacting our community.
It is, but what it is
at an all-time high.
It is, but what it's the same people. If we see, this is my only theory. And I know you're strongly with this, and I love having this debate with you because I love going. The same people are being homeless because they're getting home. They know that you're going to keep doing. These people, and I'm not saying most of them have mental health issues, right? But mental health issues that can be solved. They're not where they're.
Okay, this is where I beg to differ. I've been doing court support for the last 3 weeks.
Yep.
No, my apologies, for the last 6 weeks. And these past 6 weeks, I have now over 64 clients. Okay, and them 64 clients, not everybody is dealing with substance abuse. People have lost jobs because of their illness. Physical, be it cancer, be it surgery.
And they should be top notch, being taken care of first.
Now,
I'm firmly for you. I'm right with you on that.
Now, because of these various different particular situations, now what happens is once you get the eviction, nobody else is going to rent to you. So you can be living in subsidized housing and or Section 8 for whatever the reasons are. I'm not going to get into all of what, because everybody got a different reason, right?
Yeah.
And some of them just didn't pay their damn rent.
Yeah.
But the thing is that I became one of those people that I've been out here serving. In January, I lost my place. And I ain't ashamed to say it. Okay? I got cancer. I got sick.
Wow.
I went through radiation, and I lost my house after 11 years of being there.
Wow.
And I'm still working every single solitary day. But guess what? I couldn't find no place to live. Nobody would rent to me. And the rents these days now are mortgage payments.
Mortgage payments.
Okay, so when we're going to talk about the issue, okay, now the rents are constantly going up. I work for Tenant and Homeowners Association, which is my department.
But how are we going to do something about that?
Now, what I'd like to do is, there is, and I've been there now working with there for like the past 3 weeks on the books, right? What I'm finding is, and I'm grateful that the people a few of them are showing up, but my whole main objective is to get people that I've been out here servicing show up and teach them how to advocate for themselves. We've got city councilmen, we've got state representatives, we've got the mayor, we've got the Congress. Right now, our whole thing is to get an ordinance that needs to get passed, right? With all of the city council people. For the most part, we've got, I think it's John Goncalves, or John Gonzalez, I'm sorry. And she, oh my God.
Which one? The city council?
The city council.
Mary Kay Harris, I don't know.
No. Nonetheless, we've got a couple of them in which that we need to be able to sit down and have a conversation, because they are the votes in which that we need to get the rent stabilization. We got to get that ordinance up and going, right? Get it passed.
Now, who is the elected official that did believe in? That
So
supports
what we will not, I'm gonna tell you, because we're not endorsing. That's not what we do in terms of any candidate.
Okay.
Now, if we want to talk about me, because right now I ain't on record, okay? So we can go there if you want to, but
Yeah.
I'm not endorsing anybody.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not even
All
going
right.
to say endorsing.
Yeah.
Who do you think in Rhode Island that you can get your phone and you can say, hey, I need help right now, the prison that you can reach out to, that they will pick up the phone for you right now. I'm not gonna call you. I'm not putting you on the spot. But I'm just saying, right at a link of emergency, you can call them and say, we have a problem right now at the prison, and I need your help, and they're gonna be.
So, not one.
Oh, all right, let's go.
Okay.
I can
That's
think
good.
of one.
All right.
I'm gonna hold on. I'm gonna
Okay.
ask all of you. That's what we're gonna do.
And
I'm gonna
I'm
go
gonna say,
along.
and I say this, right?
Because when
Only
I
because
only
of-
say this because
okay.
when I see these people, I'm gonna acknowledge that. And I'm gonna thank them because I know that's sincere out of all. If you know that you can pick me and they'll go help one of my brothers and sisters in the prison, when I see them, I'm going to acknowledge that and thank them.
So
that's
no,
why
I'm
really
gonna
want
take that back because there's the one sister that I know is Tiara Mack.
Shout out to Tiara Mack.
Now I will say with her, she is a diehard and she ain't gonna tell you that she's not gonna make you a whole bunch of promises. But when she gives you her word, she stands by that.
Yes.
If she says I can't get back to you in a few weeks, then it's a few. Then know that it's a few weeks, and she's working on it because that ain't the only one particular thing that she has. So I will give that sister her props.
Okay, all right. That sounds
Now, and I can pick up the phone and call her personally.
So shout out to Tiara Mack. So Tiara Mack, when I see you, I'm giving you a No Longer Trap podcast.
Senator Tiara Mack.
Senator Tiara Mack, you are going to get a No Longer Trap podcast T-shirt. You understand what I'm saying? Because for your I know your dedication. Because if she's saying right now, I'm wrecking. This is everybody's watching. Look at my city. They're going to Tiara Mack. Okay. And people are saying probably, yes, I can call her. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But and if you can't call her, she's our senator. She's saying right now that she's open. If she knows that woman's ready to work with us,
Yes.
and you know what I'm saying, her personal experience.
Yeah, because again, when we're talking about, and I know that she's been a great advocate for the trying to change that law enforcement officers' Bill of Rights. I know that Leonard can tell you a lot about that as well.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Shout out to my
yeah.
brother.
So
Unique
that-
from the Black Business Management. You know
That
what
law
I'm saying?
enforcement officers' Bill of Rights
That's how
is
it's
one that Senator Tiara Mack's been trying to get up and going for a while. We can discuss that in a second. But also this qualified immunity thing, right? Which is another discussion when we want to talk about what these officers, COs or whoever is getting the hell away with, right? But I have to go back because I know that our time is limited and I need to be able to get this in.
All right, yeah.
We have meetings every Tuesday.
Open to the public.
Open to the public from 6 to 8 p.m.
What's the address?
That is 340 Lockwood Street
Okay.
in Providence, Rhode Island, right behind the Burger King on Broad Street.
Okay.
And that's from 6 to 8 p.m. And these are the discussions in terms of the Tenant and Homeowners Association, the homelessness, how people can get involved. Not to take away from those that have been there in support, but I'm tired of coming into the meetings and all I see is Brown University students.
So who is the entities at this meeting? Like is there Crossroads or
No. So that's
because them are meetings to me.
So
They're just being there is not a meeting to me.
Now, what I'm saying is that I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm here, right? Because I can't tell you about yesterday.
Yeah.
But from this moment forward, moving forward, for the people in which that I've been out here advocating for, come have a seat at the table and have your voices heard. I need people to stop talking amongst their friends about all of the things that they're talking about is wrong. You want to talk about what you see on social media, but you don't come to the table.
If I may,
Let's have a seat at the table.
If I may,
Yes.
trap 1 second. So we have critical issues in our communities.
Yes.
Okay. And for me, it all starts with funding and economics. Okay.
Yes.
If you can't eat, you
can't.
can't meet. Okay.
Yeah.
If you
Absolutely.
can't have a house, you too busy focused on getting basic necessities.
And that's
okay.
why we need that conversation.
So and this is what I salute Trap for. Okay. One of the things that I want to say, and then I'm going to get out of here, because it's very, very important, okay? When you think of the Democrats and Republicans, you got CNN. You know who they promote. They advocate for everything for Democrats. When you think of Fox News, okay? They advocate for Republicans, okay? You know Chinese people have their own newspapers? Do you? Yes, they do. Let's not talk about telenovela. Let's not talk about like Progreso Latina. Okay? You have their own. When we start uniting, okay, and I'm going to support this man every day because guess what he does? He shows up every day and talk about the challenges that we have in our community, okay? What we have gotten away from is putting boots on the ground and getting in our communities to make our communities aware of the things that we need to be doing to face our challenges. A lot of times we as a people, we're quick to say, nobody shows up. But there's work to get people to show up. It's called promotions, marketing, and advertising.
Outreach.
Yes, community outreach.
doors.
And that's where it starts. When people talk about grassroots, that's what grassroots is. You know, one of the things that it pains me so much when I watch countless people put the onus on a lot of men, I'm going to be honest with you, and then on a broader scale, the community, okay? The people who are in power, who has positions like yourself, I commend you. And I love the way you communicate, you know? Some people come here, or just when they talk, they want to bash and argue. You know, the community is hurting. And you can see their passions.
When we're bashing each other,
Yeah.
that's all we're hurting is the community.
Exactly.
That's all we're hurting.
Yeah, and that's not what I won't do that.
If we got four community guys,
negative energy.
That's
if
what
we
I'm
got
saying.
four community guys, and
I'm
we're
not
all
doing that.
bashing each other.
Yeah.
If all four of us are just stay bashing each other in the community and we do community work, how are we gonna get anything done?
You don't bridge that communication.
And that's
It
what I
starts
want to
here.
do.
When you
That's
watch
right.
news and TV, most of these people who have different of opinions, because they will always bring the opposite person or the anti-Dem or the anti-Republican there to have discussions, which is great. You know what I mean? We as a people have to let our differences go because they segregate us. We keep talking about the Willie Lynch letters. The Willie Lynch letters is a divisive tool to keep us separate. Okay? And what we need to do is unite. We need to overcome all our obstacles and hurdles and come together and fight what's right as a unit.
Yeah,
Promote.
but like she said earlier, right?
Yeah.
We know all of this. How do we do it?
It starts right here, Trap. I'm telling
what I
you.
said. That's-
Right
that's
here.
what
Trap
I
is
said.
the guy. He's the guy who every day
I did
he's
say that.
talking about our challenges. So if we can send an email or something like that, so whenever there's like meetings that you were talking about, he can announce it on air. And anybody and everybody, like I was saying about people have to eat. He's spending his money. He's spending his time to do this. He's doing this 90% of it by himself, out of his own pocket. That's his passion. Now think if we all contributed to this guy, little things, not saying that he doesn't get support, because I see it. He definitely gets support. But we are a community. When I look at the electoral or whatever, when we talk about the primaries coming up, and I see how many people vote and how many people who don't vote, we can change this thing rapidly
Exactly.
if we all unite and get together. That's all I wanted to say. All I'm saying is I commend you. I appreciate you being here because one of the things that I believe, that dialogue starts everything. And if you dialoguing with anger and resentment,
You're never gonna get nothing
you
done.
don't get nowhere.
Nothing. You don't get nothing.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I commend you
You're
that.
never
You know what
gonna
I'm
get
saying?
nothing done.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's right.
If you don't come to the table pure, see, a lot of people don't understand. For all of us to come to the table to save our community, everybody got to come pure. You can't come tainted.
And you have to have a passion. That's the key. It has to be. This is a heartfelt. This is a lifestyle for
Step
me.
on our way.
It's not just a paycheck.
Step
Step
on
on
our
our
way.
way. That's our motto.
Yeah,
It was
step
a-
on our way.
There was a
Step
motto
on-
that I
step on
do.
our way.
Yeah.
You can't cry over spilt milk.
You can't.
What's happened in the past is in the past.
That's
We
right.
need to figure out what we're going to do moving forward. And I'm going to be honest with you. It starts with the primaries. Here, I believe Trap needs to state who are the running for re-election. Who are the people so we know who they are?
Oh, well, then I got a list for you.
We need
I
that.
need a list of that.
We
Okay.
need that. And then we
need
can
that.
challenge
Okay,
them
and-
on their policies. Because I'm not into
Exactly.
race baiting.
And a lot of and what you'll find, right? Because I'm gonna bring them all to you.
Yeah.
okay?
Beautiful. I appreciate
But
that.
I'm gonna tell you that what you're gonna find is I don't like to hear, well, once I get into office.
What are you doing now,
Yeah,
or what
are
have you
doing
done?
now? Yeah.
Yes.
That's what
Because
we're about.
I promise you, once I get into office, well, what happened for the years that you've already been in there? What did you do?
What's your record?
What was you doing
Yeah.
before you got here?
Bingo.
But see, we only seen you when it's time for you to get
election.
voted in.
So
Right?
that's
So that's an issue, but we gonna.
No, that's
you know,
a big issue.
That's
and then
the
here's
thing.
the thing too. What people don't understand is the same way that you vote them in there is the same way you can get them out.
it's real. It's called
Real-
accountability.
Accountability.
Okay, when you come to the table, and he will bring them to the table as long as you present. Okay, what have you done? What is your plan? Again, this ain't no like monarch. Okay, you're not a king or queen. We all have elected officials. You come to the table, you say you did this,
Again,
and this is what you're
education,
doing.
education.
That, and then when you get in the office, we get you elected. Okay, if you don't hold up your end of the bargain, guess what's gonna happen?
We
I
get you
wanna-
out
I
of
do
it.
Bingo.
wanna just
That's
say
the
this
game.
Too, because what I also found in the outreach that I do is a lot of people don't even know the chain of command.
Well, we'll
A
teach
lot
them
of
that.
and so that's our due diligence too, to make sure that we allow people to know, do you know who your city council person is, and do you know what their responsibility and what they do? So a lot of these sit-ins that we have with our community, for those that are willing to come to the
But that's
table,
why you're so
we must
needed.
educate them.
That's why you're needed, because you know. See, a lot of people don't know. See, and I'm the type of person where we can't do that. You know, because you don't know. No, find out. That's me.
Yeah, you can't
okay?
just say I'm voting just because my ancestors fought for me to have the
Yeah,
right to vote.
no,
Then
no.
their days are
You
over.
gotta know the
Yes.
policies
You got
you're
to
voting.
know.
And I want to say this, and I don't want to keep staying on this subject because I know we got to move on.
Now, I'm
Yeah.
moving too. I gotta go. Okay.
But I want to say this. Now, a lot of people don't understand, right? That when you building something and everybody's pure, when you get one bad apple. So what one bad apple does is if all of us are pure and I'm bad, hey yo, yo, she be doing some shit, man. I don't like what she be doing. I'm chating him. But check it out. His relation, they come to work every day. They're family. They're family. So this is what happens in my city. You know what I'm saying? So they're against you, right?
They start
So
choosing
now
sides.
They plant somebody. A plant, I call them. They already know that I don't like Suzette. So they planted me. You gotta go in that position and spy for us. And you ruin this. So this is how they ruin it. Every time when we form something in this city. Hey yo, I don't like what Suzette's
Backdooring.
doing. No,
Pause.
talk to him when he's leaving. Boom. So now he goes to him when they're leaving. Hey man, Trap was telling me, man, Suzette, man, she's doing some bullshit, spreading lies.
Yeah.
Right?
Because
Now,
that's what people
he's
do.
adding his own shit to it because he's loyal to me. Now he's convincing him. Now look at the numbers against you.
Yeah.
Now, how can we work towards anything? Look at the numbers against you. Now we just gotta get him. Now you're a woman in the room with wolves. Now you got 3 wolves already against you. See how the fight that some of our women have to fight with? And this is why I say that Rhode Island
I'm
got
gonna
some
say
strong
something.
women.
You better believe it, cause
We
I'm
got
still
some
in the
strong
armor of
women.
God.
This is what they go through. The same scenario I put to you, the women in our city go through.
I'm glad he said that. And the last thing I want to say is this, because again, we're talking about the Willie Lynch letters. Okay, we are all human beings first. Okay, whether you're a man or a woman, you're still black or you're white.
That's it.
We're more alike than we are different. The Willie Lynch letters are about divisive tactics, okay? And sisters need to be able to hold other sisters accountable on truth and what's right. It's not about I'm a woman, so I gotta side with my women, because that's what happens. And a lot of people get me wrong when I say things like, yo, men need support.
They do.
Okay, we and who's our counterparts? Our sisters. And so far too many occasions I watch the women in our households. He was just talking about it, bashing the men. who's in the house trying to feed, provide, and protect. But when they go to work,
Yes, sir.
they're the nicest people on the planet. That's backwards.
Imagine bashing a man that just came home from prison.
That's the key. He's
That's
down,
what I
she's
want.
digging, making it worse.
I understand.
So this is the issues that we're dealing with. We got a lot of masculine energy women because they're working. I understand why, and they had to do it. But it comes to a place where we have to respect one another where we are.
Again, that's
You know?
that brings me to the next one. So we also have a women
Oh yeah,
too.
this is a good group.
Yeah.
Can I get one?
Or
just
just ready
make-
to announce it. I'm gonna I'll
Make
send
me
it to
copies
you.
and we'll go from there. We'll
Yeah,
meet, okay?
we're gonna meet
I
again.
salute everybody.
Yep.
Thank you, brother.
Okay,
I thank
you
you for
already
always
know.
coming here. Doc.
You already know.
Brother. Hit
Nice
you
to
later,
meet you.
alright?
For sure, for sure.
All right, what's your name, bro?
It's unique.
Unique John Prince.
Nice to meet you.
John Prince, man.
Okay, I like that.
You got a Roman name.
Uh-huh.
Your name is John
I leave my
Prince.
keys over there. Excuse me. I left my keys. I can't go nowhere with
Oh,
that.
yeah, can't go nowhere without that.
Yeah.
And your name is John Prince.
John Prince,
I
that's
like
right.
that.
Hey, you was a Roman African. You was one of them old Roman African imperials. Your great grandfather.
Yeah, but we're down the trail somewhere. But I wanna capitalize on this though. You know, Malcolm X said the vote is more powerful than the bullet. Right? And so if we educate, like, all right, so I'm gonna give you an example. I walked down Broad Street and I was asking my people, do you know a Medgar Evers? Who Medgar Evers is? Nobody knew who Medgar Evers was. Nobody. And then I asked them, you know, what is the Willie Lynch theory, right? The brainwash. They didn't never heard Willie Lynch, so that lets me know that there's a lot of education that needs to be done in our community, and then plus, right, when you, like, I've been in prison myself, right? You know, I've been in Max and I did a little bit of time in New York and Kingston, but the fact of the matter is that it is rough inside and out, because when you get ready to get released, like you said, you're dealing with a whole lot of stuff, you know. You don't even know if you're asking yourself, I'm going to make it this time. You know, I don't want to come back to prison, but there's no safety net out there to you know, to help, you know, to lift you up. You know, so in other words, you're struggling on yourself, and not unless you got a good, strong family.
Yes. And I you got something you want to say?
Yeah, you know, this is the topic. They're treating people so bad in the ACI, they're actually literally killing people. And no one is being held accountable for that. That's a lot that we've been doing behind the walls, right? There have been several deaths that are under questionable circumstances. The medical care is literally non-existent. I say that it's actually attempted murder behind the situation that I experienced personally. I had an infection when they brought me from Pennsylvania prison to Rhode Island, right? And they had given me Cipro medication, antibiotics, right, for this infection. And
you got to Rhode Island, and Rhode Island didn't care. They didn't give you your meds.
They more than didn't care, right?
Yeah, I already know this story. You see that?
Sheriffs, right, who brought me to Rhode Island, I was handcuffed with my chain, you know, handcuff chain to my waist. I couldn't carry nothing. The sheriffs carried this medication from the prison in Pennsylvania to the prison in Rhode Island. The next morning I saw the doctor. I had high blood pressure and thyroid problem, medication for all that stuff. But the Cipro, they wouldn't give it to me. Right? I had a UTI. Right? They told me to drink lots of water. The UTI would cure itself. That was on November the 5th of 2013. But I didn't get any antibiotic treatment for that infection until damn near Christmas time. And, you know, that's attempted murder, brother. But bring it up to date. You have a situation where the COs, they do not stay in the block, right? When they lock you in the cell, they go to the game room and play. You're in there by yourself. So a guy has a medical emergency. He's been going to sick call trying to get care, right, for he's feeling bad, just blowing him off, getting masked, right? So in the middle of the night, he has a medical emergency. He needs immediate attention. The cell is banging on the door. The CO is not there, so he bangs for a half hour before the CO finally get here, right? And they come to provide attention. But the attention, I mean, what's going on out there? They're killing people. basically no one is being held accountable for this. Right? They're investigating who? Themselves. Right? They keep all these, you know, what they call the blue wall of silence. They have the correctional officer wall of silence. And it goes above the correctional officer. The whole thing is like literally corrupt. That prison was supposed to be closed in 1977. Here we are 50 years later. And the conditions in there, what you were talking about before, the freezing cold, the blowers and all that, it's like literally worse. Because back in the 70s and the 80s, where you were allowed to wear a coat inside the prison, like the COs wear coats to keep warm. But nowadays, you're not allowed to wear a coat. You're not even allowed to wear thermal underwear at times. When the COs are walking around with coats and hats and gloves on because it's cold. You understand? They're treating you, or us, basically, like we're not even human beings.
All right,
I
so
feel that we should have an outside federal investigation as opposed to trying to have someone
but-
inside.
yes, that's definitely gotta
Yeah.
happen.
But all these issues, right? I raised these issues in individual lawsuits while I was locked up.
You're a legal beagle.
Well,
That's what you are. You was a legal beagle. You was a legal beagle.
I'm a person who's like
Tell me
struggling to
Huh?
Who would you tell me legal beagle?
A legal beagle is somebody that's in prison that's in the law.
Study the law.
That's all he doing is wearing. You know what I'm saying? He's when I go, yo, OG, they're doing this to me, and he goes into the law books, helps me find all of what I need.
All right.
I tend to think, right, that anyone who is wrongfully sentenced to life without prison becomes what you call a legal beagle. It's basically if I come over and put my hands around your neck and start choking the life out of you, your immediate response is to try to get my hands off your neck. And that's the way it is when lock you up and it's unjust, and you know that it's unjust, and on top of that, they know that it is unjust. Right? For you to go and fight to defend yourself, and the way that you have to defend yourself when you're in prison is through the law.
One second. Good morning, Miss Anastasia. Grand Rising. Hello? I can't hear you. Hold on.
I'm going to turn the volume off.
Oh yeah, my volume is down. Hold on. Hello?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
It's an interesting topic.
Huh?
I said it's very interesting topics that's been discussed, the mental illness, the rents, and also the electoral process or candidates and, names and so forth and so on that's happening today.
Yes, it is, man, because it's a topic that we got to discuss. But before I lose my chain of thought, I want to just say something to y'all gentlemen. First and foremost, I commend you brothers. You understand what I'm saying? From giving your point of views from inside the walls when y'all was in there. And what I need y'all to understand, what I'm about to tell you is no disrespect to y'all. Y'all need to get updated on what's going on in there now. I'm just saying this from just leaving in there. You understand what I'm saying? And being in there and going through the structures. Now, you brothers was in there a while ago. A lot has changed since then. A lot. See,
2019.
Yes, huh?
I got out in 2019.
Oh, so you was just in there. So you understand the remedy for you when you said something about how you got treated in Philly. They've been doing that to us. You see this? I got a broken leg. They left me in there with no medications and put me in segregation. You cannot do that to nobody. Have a surgery like this, right? And then put me in segregation with no medication. I was in pain. I was shitting. I was going like this. I was sleeping on my bed. I would move over and shit on the floor because I couldn't move. My food was in my tray slot. They don't care about you. They don't. You know what I'm saying? So you coming from Pennsylvania and your meds. That been happening to us here in Rhode Island. You understand what I'm saying? These torture tactics that they use in Rhode Island, and not all of the cops and the correctional officers do this in there. There's some of them that really came to my aid and said, yo, nah, man, we got to give these guys blankets. Yo, we can't be feeding them peanut butter and jelly every day. So there was correctional officers that was in there that was, you understand what I'm saying? But there was a lot of bad living conditions. Like he just said, these buildings was condemned. There's no air conditioning. You know what we got to go through in the summer? We got to lay on the floor. It's sweating. It's heat. So now
let's talk about mold. which is harmful.
Yes, I was getting into that.
Okay.
You know how many people that I know that left there with diseases? You know how many people that left there with mold? I know people that passed away.
That now have respiratory situations.
Yes, I was about to say that.
So, but that was, again, just for the sake of time, right? Because I don't know when you shut this off. Because I really would like to hear from Anastasia as well. But what I will say is that, again, we're rehashing what we know is the problems. But from this moment forward, right? Because we can't change what happened yesterday. We can only figure out what we're going to do. So again, I ask for those that are listeners, for those that are followers.
And I apologize. I thought you was in a long time ago.
No, that's why I had him come.
Okay.
That's part of
why I had him. I'm tired of these older dudes, and no disrespect to them. They ain't been in jail in fucking 30 years, 40 years.
Again,
you don't know what we went through.
Exactly.
Stop speaking on the shit that somebody's telling you, and I was just in there going through that shit. Them cops are just doing that to me. You are just out here listening to people. You ain't been in there. Them cops you ain't never even had a booking.
So what I'd like to ask you is we do have the letter writing. Letters are coming in. We have a handful of people that are responding back. But again, we've got to get to when we can get to the core of the issue in terms of behind the walls, the female that's running that needs help. I won't say she needs help, right? Because this is really not.
But needing help in that situation, she has to come behind that office and come into the woods.
And again,
she has to come in the community.
I understand that because again, people, and I can speak for Suzette and what Suzette does.
Yes.
I can speak for Suzette and what Suzette does.
Facts.
Okay?
Yes.
Suzette is 10 toes down every day, all day.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? I come out from, I don't have, just like when we talk about the churches, everybody, I need you to come from the confinements of the pulpit. I need you to come from the confinements of your office. I don't want to just see you just when it's time to have you voted in. Mm-hmm. Right? Like we've got issues, core issues right now.
Right now.
Okay? I can go back because again, I cannot begin to talk more about part of getting people to do the outreach. I need support. Okay? Mm-hmm. And getting back to the homelessness rate in which that I did not get to touch on, that is a serious issue. The conditions of where these, and the housing epidemic, in terms of like Hartford projects, I speak because again, I know when we talk about mold, to me that's another prison system over there.
In Hartford because of the mold.
Exactly,
yes.
Exactly. I can begin to show you pictures, right? Like I'm getting ready to also, but that we can get on that.
Yes.
But again, I need people to come out Tuesday and Wednesday. If you want to see change, be that change.
Yes.
All right, don't be part of the process. I mean, the problem. Be part of the process.
Yes.
If there's
something
get out
our way.
Get out the way.
Get out the way.
But we're not going to keep talking about all of the things. Well, this person, that person.
Yes.
No,
No.
I'm not into all of that.
Yeah,
I want to be able to learn for us to be able to work together. And what is that going to look like?
What is it going to look like?
That's all.
And that's I'm going to let you go, Miss Anastasia, because I know you have something to say. Well, let me turn this off so they can hear you. Grand Rising.
Everybody knows what the problem is. One of the big issues that plagues the black community, in my opinion, is that folks are afraid to call the names. Folks are afraid to
hold people accountable.
You know, at the end of the day, I continue to say the system is doing to you all what you are allowing them to do to you. The community engagement is between slim and none. People show up, but they don't show out. And, you know, when a situation occurs, you know, that Minute Maid thing, there's no revolution that's going on. There's no accountability that's going on. People are collecting checks for things that they're supposed to be doing, but are not doing.
That's a fact.
That's a fact.
They're not being held accountable.
That's a fact.
All that's happening is that the issues, the problems are getting bigger because the black community do not strategize well. The black community do not support each other. The black community are not engaged. The black community is certainly complaining about things when they have an upper hand to change those things. But because nobody's holding
right though, but how do we change that? We know that's happening. We know that's happening. We know that. Yo, I swear to God, this is what I stress to people. We know all of that's happening. How do we
change it?
Yo, us keep talking about it. How I want to know. I'm your brilliant mind. If you had the 3 tactics right now, right, to unify us. How can you unify us? That's all we need to be talking about. What? All right, perfect example. Let's start with Hartford. You just said that there's mold in Hartford. She's
infested. We're talking. My daughter's been living over there. A few of my children, actually, right? We're going on 12 years.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Hartford is comprised of 505 units. Let's put 2 individuals eligible to vote in that, being 18 and above. So that's over 1,000 people. Okay? The voting power over there is there. The people themselves are not utilizing their power.
No, but we're not. We was talking. No. But what I was talking about, I was talking about the mold. I was talking about the.
I'm talking about the mold. I'm talking about the living conditions. I'm talking about housing projects.
Yes,
Other projects that's facing these same similar situations. Nobody. It's a numbers game. If you do not show up, they are not going to show up either. Okay.
And we know that. And that's what I was trying to tell you. We know that. That's what I'm trying to say. All right. So this is my suggestion. All right. I'm just gonna put myself in your position. You got a problem in mold in Hartford. I'm running for that district. So this is what I'm gonna tell you. I'm running for that district right now. Right?
Yeah.
I'm going to look into that situation because I know it's a big ongoing situation. That's going to be one of the number one things that I use my campaign that I fix for y'all. Because I know that's major in Hartford projects. And I'm running for that. So, but what I need y'all to do is, I'm going to do, before I get in there, I'm going to show y'all that I'm going to, by all means necessary, going to do what I got to do to get this mold. But when I get in there, I'm going to definitely do it. And if I don't, you can hold me accountable for it. Can you understand what I'm trying to say?
Well, how about this?
That I was trying to use that kind of analogy.
Yeah,
if the people
for
are
sure.
not coming together, and because everybody over there, predominantly everybody, is experiencing the same problem. If they're not coming together, not one by one,
That's the same thing you're saying.
come on,
How do we get together?
All right, so you're saying we gotta go to Hartford projects and we gotta get them out and say, yo, this is what we gotta do as a youth. Everybody, we can't have 3 people come out. We need.
Okay, this is what. So if she say this, hold on. I can.
Okay.
Challenge.
Okay.
All right, I'm
That's
up
a
for the
challenge.
challenge.
Hold up. Oh, we got a challenge. Hold on. We got a challenge. Check it out now. Let's go.
All right, so Anastasia, I'm up for that challenge. All right, because not only am I over there all of the time, I'm very interconnected in that community, and I ain't running from anything. But I can tell you, within a 48-hour time frame, I can get 50 people with no problem. But when I get these 50 people, what are they going to do when they tell you about the issues that they're having? I need for you to help them be able to advocate for themselves, because we don't have the answers. What do we do from that point when I can get the people out?
Okay, the first thing that has to happen, they have to be educated in the facts of the situation. They play a role. They have a responsibility as well as the elected official. Okay? Their responsibility is to show up, to understand what their role is and what is at hand. Okay? And then once they are organized, okay, then we go to the top. We don't go to the peon as they have been doing one by one.
Who's the top?
Responsible. You gotta do homework before you
right. So what you're saying is, once we get the people together, she's saying, who's the top? Because once we get these people together, we want to know who's at the top. We don't want, like you said, we don't want to deal with these peons. We deal with mold in the projects. Yo, that's gonna kill some of our kids. Some of our top athletes live in projects in our city. So right now, that mold in Hartford projects right now is affecting some of our top athletes in our city that are coming up in middle school and high school right now.
Is receipts.
That's why we're here.
Because they did their homework, their people were there, and they went out, and when you said there, direct right and action rights and equality, when you said that name, people stood up, those elected officials stood up and listened.
Yeah, they paid
And
attention.
they would have resolved, but they did their homework, and they had the body, and they showed up. That's exactly what, and all of those things are currently missing. Okay?
So-
Nobody's educating, nobody's informing, nobody's presenting, and nobody's being held accountable.
So that
One of the problems.
that's part of the reason, or one of the, again, I'm here because I can't, I'm going with the vision, because see, with DARE, they started out with 5 people that had a vision. And they had to work their way up to be able to build a community which came from the thousands where people listen. Okay, unfortunately, things are constantly revolving. People are gonna come, people are gonna go. There's gonna be some bad apples, but guess what? Suzette's in the house now, and Suzette's willing and very capable of being able to make the change. But I'm not willing to. I would like to be able to do this with other like-minded individuals. I can't. I need another team. And so, with that being said, for those that are there, help them, help us, help you.
Facts.
That's it. Well, I don't want to, we can keep going back and forth about all of that.
Before we end this right here, Miss Williams, can you just tell us how you can help this situation with this mold situation? Because this is, I didn't know this was in this projects like this. And
yes, Matt.
Yeah, I was just knocking on doors with her.
Let me say something about mold here, right? According
One of the strategies they have been doing and getting away with is that they unify the outside. So you drive by and you think, oh, look like they're maintaining the process.
Yeah, because it looks nice.
It don't look nice in the projects. I don't know what you see.
yeah.
Is that the people have to be informed how they can go about it, because they don't know. They need to know what their rights and responsibilities are.
Can you show the camera?
Telling them that. So that's the first step before you can say,
This is
oh, let's
black
go right to the
mold
top.
that has been in these apartments. This is just one particular apartment. Here's another one. If you move the tile, look at all of that black mold. Okay? This is what people are having to deal with in several facilities in the project. This is unacceptable, and this has been going on for years, and they've known this for years, and passing the buck.
Why haven't they condemned that project? Yo, if we know that mold is hurting and killing our people, and it is leading to bad health 10 years from now, why ain't we saying, why we ain't whipping, these people, they gotta go to hotels, we have to tackle this. We stop everything else in these cities, these highways, everything else. Let's tackle this mold situation. Where's the governor? Who? Have you talked to them?
Let me say this, right?
I wanted to answer to what she just said. So, I've been talking about this infestation of mold. Now, when you're looking at people, right, that can't afford to live anywhere else, we've got number one, bullying issues, right?
Yes.
When people are making complaints about what's being transpired in their project. Again, I'm going to go back to just that one block alone, right? Of every single one of them family members and or otherwise all dealing with the mold issue, okay? I've spoken to Enrique. I've spoken to Anna. I've gone one step even further because, again, what we find is people are passing the buck.
They're passing the buck.
Here
right.
it is that this has been an infestation for years. So whether it's past, present, and current,
it's
there.
And it's getting worse.
And it's getting worse. We're not even going to go as far as you got people that have 4 children in a 2-bedroom apartment that refuse to move because they've been complaining. That's another story in itself. Okay, where you in them apartments, you can sit on the toilet, soak your feet, and wash your hand at the same time.
That's how small the bathroom.
That's how small the bathrooms are.
Than that.
Okay?
My cell was bigger than that.
I'm trying to tell you. So again, when we're talking about trapped, that's what they are. They're trapped. You know, and again, it's going to take quite some time to educate the people, but right now the only thing that they can focus on is their situation and how can they get out of it. A lot of the logistics and the politics and all of that stuff that we're talking, few people don't understand that. That's going to take some time. We've got to meet them where they're at. So if you say go out there and get them, I can get them. And quick fast. But I want to go straight to the top. Oh no, they won't be afraid to step up because they know when I'm coming. Yeah, well.
How can you help the situation right at the top?
I'm going to tell you what
I'm saying. Can we get immediate help? How can you help this situation?
Immediately.
We can't call nobody.
Let me say this right.
Excuse me, you're standing next to the camera.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And I understand that. I understand that, but what I'm saying is, as you running for that spot, this will be a perfect time and a position for you to show these people that you there for them. And yo, I'm putting myself in. Yo, hold on. Nah, but she also said that she could get 50 people out there. No, you're taking afraid somewhere else.
Yeah.
She was saying you're taking afraid somewhere else. Nah, she didn't mean afraid in that frame of Miss Williams. She didn't mean it in that term, that type of terminology. Mm-hmm. What I'm saying is, all right, what if I'm in your situation and I'm running for that position and I know there's problems right there? You know what I'm doing? I'm going. Yo, listen. I'm gonna go to my resources just to show you. Can you get the people out to get my phone?
Yeah,
I'm going to show you that I'm going to tackle this
concern.
stuff. I'm going to go to the, because like she said, Miss Williams just said, we got to go. We don't know the elected. She knows who we got to go to, how do we got to go to. You know the people over the top of the people. So what I'm saying is, you want that position. Why? What is the job? But how hard is it for you to show them people of Harvard projects that you want that position that bad to going over the top to taking care of this mold stuff? No, but what do we gotta? I'm saying though, if I live in a molded apartment, what do I gotta work towards to fix that? I'm paying my rent. I shouldn't have to live there. What do I gotta work towards? What?
You got to work towards the advocacy to prove that right now, because let's say
to prove what?
I'm showing you that I got mold in my house. What's it to prove?
collectively together to make it a sound issue.
It should
now, they're individually going in and complaining, even though there's 50 that's complaining, they're individually complaining. It needs to be a team, a body that has the same issues, and we go and we tackle
unity once
together.
again.
Not one by one,
Yeah,
but
unity.
together.
That's what you brought me here for.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, what I want to
Yeah.
say is this, right?
Put the mic over there.
According to Rhode Island state law, right, wherever there is mold present in any building or structure, that structure is deemed to be unfit for human habitation because mold is known to be a hazardous substance. So, what's going on in Hartford Projects or anywhere else where people are being housed where there's mold, like in the ACI, right? That's literally, in my way of thinking, that's criminal conduct because public officials have an obligation to enforce the law as it is written. And as I said at the beginning of this little speech, right,
You're absolutely correct.
where there's mold in the facility, state law says that it cannot be inhabited by human beings.
Can we call Channel 12? Because somebody
Let's
just
go.
said, yeah, let's call Channel 12.
That's what I was
that's
just
what
getting
calling
ready to
for.
say.
I didn't know,
And
yo,
you
this
have
is
to
mold.
go in.
Mold is going in
We need
kids'
to do a
throats.
whole
Yes.
press, now get a press release.
I'm gonna call
Get
Damon
the
Howard.
media out there.
Yes.
Okay, and again,
I'm gonna make some calls.
that-
With Damon Howard, anybody
And
that
we
can
can
get
get
Channel
them out
12's
there.
move, I need help from all my viewers. Anybody that can help me out in any way, if you can get me in touch with the top, we going over people's heads now. Cause this is serious, bro. If we can't stand
we
together,
shouldn't have to
we
be
should-
begging for
yo,
those things that are free. Should be so freely given.
and that's what I was getting ready to
We're
say.
talking about
We
basic
should
human
not
rights.
be having to sit here on a podcast and beg these people for stuff that we paid for. We pay for rent. When we pay our rent, that's what we pay for, the living situations, our toilet, running water, heat, that's what we pay for. So how can you put us in unliving, humane state and still want your rent, right? And then when you don't get your rent, you put us on an eviction notice. Now somebody else don't want to give us. That's wrong. That's how it's trickling down. So we must stand together now and save this projects. Because if we stand together and save Hartford Projects, next we can go to Manton. We don't know what's going on in Manton Projects. Manton Projects is probably worse than Hartford. And Chad Brown's probably worse.
Yeah, but
So we
again,
need
that
to
brings it
get
back to
back
the
to
housing crisis that I've been talking about, because a lot of people, if you watch people see the news, there are quite a few people that are living in inhabitable conditions. The other problem that we have is everybody says call code enforcement. Right? If you have an issue, call code enforcement. You go to call code enforcement on these landlords for them keeping you in these inhabitable conditions even after they've gotten your money. Then next thing you know, you got a 30-day notice for eviction. And that's even if they even show up. Not to mention some of these landlords, because we also have to talk about the interconnection, because they got friends up there. Right, I can go on and on with the stories, but my thing is, and then that's even if they even come out and even see.
That's
so
another
again,
war you're
this is a war going all the way systemically around our city. This is not designed for us to be up to begin with.
Yes.
But again, she's right in what she says. But again, I'm willing to bring the noise.
Yes.
I'm ready to bring the noise because enough is enough. Our people are suffering.
And I think that, and me personally, I think this is a perfect opportunity for her to show that city and us that, yo, I'm going to go the extra mile. You said you're going to bring the people out for me. You know what? I'm going to get on these phones, because all it's going to take her to do is to do what she can do, phone calls, to lead us. That's all, lead us. All right, this is what I need petitions.
Get the people. Round those people and I'm there.
Okay. That's...
Get the people and I'm there.
Okay.
Okay, we get them, but again, because see, there's the process. Anastasia, I'll get the people. That's not even the hard part. My
Your
thing
part
is
is,
when
hold on, before you talk, your part is, you want something done. You want something to give to your people. Like, yo, this is getting done. This person, she wants something solid.
I want receipts. I don't want conversation. I want receipts.
I get what you're saying. I'm gonna put myself in her position. You're saying to me, Trap, I want you to show us and boom, let us get something done so I can show the people that, this is why I need you to go out and vote for this person. Because look, Trap is making sure this mold, he's tackling these houses. We already got 2 apartments down. So he's not just saying that he's going to do it. He's actually, since we had that conversation, they're working on an apartment now. This is what you're trying to say. Am I correct?
Simple.
All right.
You want bring, if you're talking about, okay, there's a process and a procedure, bring us to the top. Bring that top to the table.
Yeah.
But you should not have to literally like beg or demand that public officials do the right thing. They have an obligation to follow the law. If any one of us do not follow the law, we're immediately called to account and imprisoned. Right? But the public officials, they they're not ever called
But
to
we
account.
should be able to get lawyers then. We're supposed to be able to go. So why can't I get a free bono, a lawyer to come and say, yo, if that's against the law, if you say that's against the law, a lawyer should be watching going, hold on. If that's against the law, then we shouldn't even have to rally
So
and do nothing.
I got a few names. I got a few
We
names
shouldn't
that
have to
I
rally
can
and do
go to.
nothing. That's the law. Fix the mold, put these people in hotels, and waste your money until the mold is fixed.
But you're talking about a system that is totally corrupt from top to bottom.
Top to bottom.
Top to bottom.
But it's corrupt because, like you understand, people ain't coming out. We're letting these people get in these positions, then we're calling them corrupt. I don't like to listen to people like you when you say that. Because, not particularly, I'm just saying the people that don't come out to vote. If you don't come out to vote and put these, why? If I got John Jackson, John Jay, whatever, sitting in this position, he's the worst senator in the world. But everybody voted, but we didn't, the black community, we never had to say to put him in there because we never voted.
If we go out and we say if we did some canvassing, right, and we're getting people to register to vote, my key thing is you got to teach them what they're voting for because a lot of them don't know.
Yes,
we talked
yes.
about that earlier.
Yes.
Folks need to be able to understand the chain of command.
Yeah.
Because my thing is that it first starts with the city council. Then you got to work your way all the way up to the top. That's the way in which that we go. But again, it's teaching them.
It starts with knowledge.
Yeah, it starts with knowledge. And if you can't, and then get back to them old people, we got to go ahead and tackle the young. Because the old people, some of them are already conditioned to their set of ways of thinking, and ain't nothing changed, right? So again, I'm going back to the young.
Yeah,
no, you can't teach the old dog a new trick. That's why they keep coming
and I stand on that.
with the same old stuff, just a different
I don't care. You want to go to jail? You want to grab a gun? You're 40 years old. You want to go shoot somebody? That's a death sentence. A 20-year sentence for you at 40-something years old with a gun is a death sentence. So go ahead. I'm worried about this 16, 17, 18-year-old getting a life sentence.
Come on.
But you got to understand that some of our old folks got a lot of knowledge.
No, we're not dismissing that, John. We're not dismissing that.
It seemed like you guys audition.
No. When we're saying, John, that's why we're here.
Hold up.
Yeah.
That been in the trenches.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like myself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We've been in the trenches, so we got wisdom we can share.
Yeah.
So don't dismiss us because we're old.
The OGs that I
don't do that.
No, John, you're misunderstanding.
Hold on. I want to see what I'm trying to say to you is that what you was doing is perfect. All I'm saying is you got to get updated. That's all. You can't if you know how to fix an old car. Say you're a great mechanic and you know how to fix an old car, OG. Mm-hmm. You're great. But now they got these new cars. Mm-hmm. Well, I just want to come in there and help you, OG. Come on, you know how to make them old cars. Let me show you about these new cars. That's all, OG.
Okay, I got you.
You know what I'm saying? I would never
take our heads off.
OG, listen. I would never depreciate the struggle. This is all bullshit aside. The struggle that you brothers ever been through. The pain that you's ever been through. You know why? Because you was there with segregation. You was there when the white people wasn't letting us on the bus. Something I probably couldn't have handled. The shit that you guys went through in life, man, I don't know if I could have endured. I don't know if you got, like you said, you got so much wisdom. You got so much wisdom that it goes for on. But the new wisdom out there now, with the old wisdom together, it's unbreakable. You understand what I'm trying to say?
That's the basis of why I'm saying, because again, me and you had that conversation in the wee hours of the morning.
Right.
You know, because again, we are looking to bring in a younger crowd.
Yeah.
Somebody's got to be able to turn the reins over.
And I'm saying this from a point of view of the young dudes. When the young dudes see you OGs come in there, they ain't no disrespect for you, but they're not respecting you. They looking at you as old. You ain't playing the part. You ain't got the. That's how they looking.
Yeah,
that's how they're looking.
I want to share a story real quick. It's 5 seconds. I was going up to the training school. I was going inside the training school, and my man Peter Sloan was giving me access inside the training school and talk to the young man. Me and whoever I guess I bring, right? And one day I was doing cop watch. I had this big line jacket, bright, that was, showing that we about 15 of us, we doing cop watch, but keeping an eye on the police. So we went down. I went down the street, and these bunch of young folks were sitting on, outside on the porch, and so they seen these bright things that we was wearing. They said, "What you guys doing?" And I said, "We're watching the police. We're making sure that the police is not doing any harm to our people in our community. We're community police watch, right?"
Yeah, yeah.
And so one of the kids in the crowd said, "I remember, didn't you come up to the training school?" So he must have paid attention, and that always stuck with me. So he said, "Didn't you come up to the training school and talk to us?" I said, "Yeah, man, yes I did." And I didn't think the young folks was even paying me attention.
So
But
you
they shot me.
They acknowledged you, yeah. They remember
Yeah,
who
so-
you was. They remember that
yeah,
speech
yeah.
that you gave to him, probably about how he's going to destroy his life.
Yeah,
Your
because I
speech
told
was
him,
probably
right,
powerful.
right.
Because I remember some OGs that when I was in training school that came in there and they gave out powerful speeches, so I probably could relate to what he was saying.
Yeah. So
You know
I
what
never
I'm saying?
forgot that, and it always stuck with me to this day. And I'm 66 years old.
All right, so now let's get these. Can you read
Yeah.
these? Because this is what we got going
All right,
on in the
so,
community, and I really need everybody to pay attention because it's Mental Health Month. And shout out to all my mental health people that are suffering from mental health. That I need you to go get help. You know what I'm saying? And I say this, no kidding around, no bullshitting, because mental health is real. And you see, mental health ain't that drooling person no more. You remember when I was growing up, mental health was the drooling person that, and it was sad that we used to make fun of. You understand what I'm saying? Not understand that we had mental health issues, or that we was going to go through mental health issues in lifetime. But seeing that I went through mental health issues and I still suffer from mental health, so I can relate to it. You understand what I'm saying? So when I say to people to get help, I mean that. You understand what I'm saying? And sometimes help ain't just in medication. You know what I'm saying? And this is what I want to stress to people. You know what I'm saying? Help is just sometimes a conversation. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes depression, a conversation will take you out of depression. You know what I'm saying? Well, quickly. You understand what I'm saying? I've been there hundreds of times. I've known it. So don't think that, I gotta go to a doctor, I gotta go to this person to get help for my mental health, but being depressed all the time or any different elements of mental health. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I want to say with that.
Alright, so quickly, so every other Thursday from 4 to 6 p.m., there is a women and men non-binary group where the conversation for at least the women and the men is suicide awareness, mental health, and
shout
stress.
out to all you women that participate in this group. And shout out to all you men that participate in this group, because this group is major. Something like I just said, a conversation sometimes is not needed, right? And imagine having 10 men around having great conversations about this. I might get strength off you. I might get strength off you. You know what I'm saying? You might get strength off me. And when we leave this meeting, you become more strengthful.
Yep, so if you want some information, you can contact Deborah Harris. The number's 401-291-7980 and or 401-642-7563. Come out or get involved or tell a friend to tell a friend. I believe that if we can reach one, we can teach two. And then also we're having a back to school giveaway where we'll be doing free haircuts, game food, and book bags. That's going to be on Saturday, August 17th. Again, that is at Dare at 340 Lockwood Street. On the rent stabilization, again, where a lot of what myself and my co-worker, what we do is to, I'm looking again to have more outreach, to have an open line community conversation centered around this homelessness, rent stabilization, and those meetings are held every Tuesday from 6 to 8. So please come out, tell a friend again to tell a friend.
Yes, so if you want to get your rent stable, if you got something going on in your rent, and I know how, and there's a lot of you women and men going through this way, trying to figure out your rent because of still behind COVID. A lot of people are behind still. This is the way that y'all can come out, and let's try to get tackle that.
Yeah, exactly, but I just need to make this clear, right, because this is the problem, and I will be on August 17th. I'm now beginning to send out emails because, again, I'm talking about a community conversation. So I'm going after Crossroads. I want to have someone from Amos House. All of these people that are in our community, a lot of my clients are coming to me because there's no resources there. There's no shelters for anybody to get into. Women that have children that are sleeping in their cars. There is this, all of these different things is just not acceptable to me. You got one place, which is Crossroads, stating that if they decide that they want to give you the money, you have to be homeless before they will even help you to stay in your apartment. I mean, they'll give you first month's in security deposit, but they won't give you the money to keep you in the house.
Wow.
And they're picking and choosing.
So they'll get you in the house.
Exactly.
And you can't pay the rent, then they got to get kicked out.
No, so you got to be kicked out. You got to show that you're homeless first. You have to go on a waiting list now to be able to even get into the shelters. That's a problem.
Wow.
So when you yes, we're not even getting on the fact that when they're talking about criminalizing homelessness, right? That's another story in itself. And we can continue on with that conversation again. I need people to come out and be active. I've given you, again, Tuesdays from 6 to 8, Wednesdays from 6 to 8 behind the walls, Tuesday, Tenant and Homeowners Association. Come out and get active. If you need to contact me, my work number is 401-351-6976. Again, I'm a community resource coordinator, and a lot of the work that I do is to be able to find and or do what I can in terms of resources. You need help and filling out applications, I'm kind of like a one-stop shop. This is not a social service agency, but I do all that I can to support people in my community.
And I want to thank you. So I want to thank you guys for coming. You know what I'm saying, OGs? I appreciate you guys, man. I hope I didn't rub you the wrong way.
Oh, nah, man.
I'm never going to depreciate from what you do for your community, and I know you put in the work. You just need some young blood to hold you, just in case when them young dudes get out of line, I can hit them for you. You understand what I'm saying?
I hit him with some knowledge.
Hit him with some knowledge.
You know
what I'm saying? But I just want to say, OGs, man, I respect you guys, and I definitely respect you. You know, I'm team all you all the way.
Yes, sir.
I'm team all of you all the way too. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
And
what's the name? What do this broadcast be on
YouTube?
Radio?
Yes, it be on YouTube. You can check it out on YouTube. You can go on YouTube and check it out. Yeah, I got one right here. I'll give you one before you leave.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But what the last one I want to say to you guys and you women and you, my beautiful black queen,
Thank you.
man, absolutely, and my queen on the phone. You understand what I'm saying? Is I want to say this is that, yo, man, the community work starts with us, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, a lot of people are gonna look at us and they're gonna say, no, they're not gonna get with us and not. But I learned through this woman on the phone, through this brother that just left here, and through a lot of people that are in my life, that you're gonna run across obstacles where people are not gonna support us and they're not gonna come out like you said. But that can't stop us from keep moving. You understand what I'm saying? And I want to tell you that, you know what I'm saying, the fight still goes on. No matter what, we still gonna fight. Whether we got 1,000 people in Hartford Projects killing this mold, because that's what we gonna kill. We're gonna kill this mold in Hartford Projects. That's how we're gonna stop the unified state. Because after this podcast, I'm gonna get on the phone with people that I know that can probably help this situation and tell me, because I'm gonna ruffle some feathers. You know why? Because I got top athletes in my city that live in that. I'm talking about little kids growing up. So how are they going to grow up to go to the NBA if they got mold problems right now? We don't stop that. So I need my community to pay attention. You know what I'm saying? I need my elected officials to pay attention. I need all my community activist people to say, yo, Trap, I want to get in on that. Yo, I know somebody. I need my lawyers to say, yo, I'll come on that. I need people to stand behind you and this woman on the phone. Because I believe in, you know what I'm saying, if us standing behind you's going to stand behind men. Because men, we need you. Like my brother Unique said, we need our women to stand behind us. And without you standing behind us,
I'm going to stand beside
you. Know what I'm saying? But to show you we have to stand behind you first. Because I know we have did a lot of things to make you not believe us, but we have to stand behind our women. We have to show you. So now when we stand behind you, when it's time for Anastasia to stand behind me, I can go, yo, I stood behind you. Or when it's time for you, I stood behind you. Or when it's time for this, I stood. So now that woman can go, wow, I did trap did stand behind me. I gotta help him. You know what I'm saying? That's why I tell the fellas we must give more 70-30 in standing behind our women. And that's why I'm adamant about standing behind our women, because I know that if we show yous that we're gonna stand behind you, I know that you got our backs.
Most definitely.
So I just want to thank you guys
Thank
once
you,
again for
thank
pulling
you,
up, man. I
thank
appreciate
you.
it. Anastasia, I appreciate you and your call. You know I appreciate you all the time, but I'm gonna call you after I leave. I gotta talk to you, all right? All right.
All right, take care, Anastasia.
Yeah, yo, I thank you guys, man. I know it's hot in here, man. My AC's coming, and man, I can't believe I'm going. But we made it through the graces of Allah. We made it through. You know what I'm saying? But I just, you know, when I get people like this, your energy really got me to understand that, there's OGs that are passionate with what they do. I learned something today. I learned that, there's OGs that are really, there's really OGs that.
Good morning, mofos, pimp hustlers, hoes. You know how this go. Welcome to the show where this shit go down. I'm here to let you know what's cracking in your town. Providence, motherfucker. Deal with the real, stay away from the suckers. Good deal news, we dispute hood views. Another life taken, he shot out of his shoes. Police brutality, I'm speaking the truth. Why the fuck is you mad at me? Land of corruption. Cop shot me, but that's a